Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of the Interview Line. At Una Priti, we help you tap your avatars. We truly believe that all of us have multiple potentials, and if we identify them and give them right direction, we can create amazing opportunities for us. Today, we have someone really unique on this channel with us. She is a spell bee, Tam. She loves to write blogs and stories. She also does rock climbing and has taken that to a state level championship. She is also someone who's learning shlokas and classical music. And she loves animals, Legos, and she's only 13. Welcome, Tisya, on the interview line.
Hello.
So we're really glad to have you on the interview line today and share your journey of exploring your multiple potentials at such a young age. So tell us all the things that you like to do. Tell us all your about all your interests. We are quite eager to hear about all of them.
So I've started doing chess and music class about a year ago, and I really enjoy it. Chess helped me build my creativity. Also, it helped me think. Whereas music class, it obviously helped my voice, and it helped me in concentration. Shlokas were very good, and it apart from concentration, it was also helpful in all tongue twisters. So tongue twisters became very easy for me after that. Then I also do rock climbing, and recently, day before yesterday at a competition, I won third prize
Wow.
in the South Zone. Apart from that, I also enjoy playing with dogs, and every day I go down to play with my friends. We wakeboard together, and some of them come over. We play Legos. Lego is extremely fun because apart from creativity, you have a lot of patience in case something breaks. So those are my hobbies. I also like sometimes to stare into space and think about the various things I would do in my future. So yeah, that's it.
So, okay, so many things I hear you share, and one more unique thing about you is that you are the youngest guest so far on the interview line, and we're really happy about it. You know, you listed down so many things that you're doing. For me to keep account of it would become challenging. So, if you had to pick up, say, one or two things which are your favorite and where you spend maximum amount of time apart from your studies, of course, what would they be and why?
It will be climbing because I enjoy it a lot. It's kind of like a meditation for me. And when I'm climbing, I'm completely absorbed in it. And apart from building my physical strength, it I can also hold a lot of things which many people can't hold, and so my finger strength also increases, and I also meet a lot of people from different areas. So that's climbing for me. And I really, really, really love playing with dogs. They're, as everyone says, they are Matt's best friend. And I wouldn't mind adopting a dog anytime if it wasn't for the small apartment. And I would encourage people to adopt Indian breeds instead of buying other foreign breeds because they are adapted to this climate, and also they're very friendly, and it's good to encourage your own native breeds. That's two of my very, very favorite hobbies.
Both are fascinating hobbies, I must say, because rock climbing requires a lot of strength. And like you said, that you
Yes.
participate in competitions a lot, and that builds your strength in fingers and hands. And it is not only helping you while doing the climbing, but all the other activities as well. And I also acknowledge and appreciate the passion you have for promoting Indian breeds and Indian dogs. We share that in common, because I love dogs and
Yes.
animals too, and I know where you're coming from, and the love that we can give to them is something that brings that nurturing instinct in us as well. Those are really good ways of approaching things. But I'm sure a lot of people who are listening to this interaction right now may be wondering, oh, Tisya does all these things, whether it's rock climbing, spending time with her dogs, learning shlokas and writing blogs and stories. Does she study also? So, with all these things that you were saying that you do, how do you manage your studies?
So the way I do it, I don't plan way too much. Like I don't plan the whole monthly schedule, and at the same time, I don't go aloof and leave everything to fate. So what I do is I have a weekly plan depending on my classes, and as much as possible, I try to finish studying before the exam so that I have time to do other things. And yes, recently my final exams have gone very well. I'm happy with it.
Yeah. So it's holiday time and your exams are over. That's fun. So I'm sure you will have loads of plan for the holidays. And as I remember when I was talking to you earlier, your motto being have as much fun as you can with certain ground rules. Uh, how do you see your parents' role in all of this? You know, a lot of times parents can say, focus on studies, hobbies can happen later, or you don't need to spend so much time in the interest areas. You have to focus on building your career and only spend time in those interests. What do you think is the message from your parents? Do you see them supportive? Do they help you in your exploration of all of these things that you're doing?
So my parents are really pillars of support to me, and without them, I would have faltered. They help me in various ways. So they take me to climbing, and they encourage me to do various things and not sit at home, which is a very good point. Also, we have at least 1 hour each day dedicated just for the three of us to have fun, interact with each other, and get to know each other. And that's extremely important for building that bond. Also, in the summer vacations, we did a lot of fun things together. We binge watched movies, we played a lot of board games, and it was extremely fun. And the important thing they told me is in childhood, yes, it is very important to study for my future, but as much as possible, it's also good to have fun because this is the time to have fun. And they they encourage me to do various activities like chess because that also increases my creativity and my various fields of interest. So yes, they're very, very helpful towards me.
And so it's important to bring these points out that you have just shared, because parents being our support system, providing us with the guidance that we need to pursue our interest, as well as not lose focus on studies, is very important. I remember when I was growing up, I also wanted to do so many things, you know, participate in competitions and play with the animals, and also volunteer in special education class that we used to have in our school. And my dad at that point in time used to say, do whatever you want, but don't lose focus on studies. Knowledge is your biggest asset. And that has helped me to explore so many things and also stay focused on learning things on an ongoing basis, you know, like a lifelong learner. I still study, I still teach and take up courses. But I love to do so many other things. So you're absolutely right in sharing how the support you're finding from your parents. What are some of the ground rules that you know you cannot negotiate with mommy and daddy?
I have to sleep early if I have, say, if I have to get up early in the morning for classes, or if I have to go climbing, or if it's even to go to chess class. That's one thing. Another thing is not too much television in case I strain my eyes to get tired. Another funny ground rule is that every day I have to go down to play at least for an hour. So that's a very fun ground rule. Another thing is I have to pursue each of these interests so that I have a lot of abilities which will help me later when I grow up.
Hmm.
So no leaving any of it.
Wow. So, I'm sure that these ground rules may not be always possible to follow, but I'm sure if you want to do all those things that you really want to and continue to be focused on studies, it's good to follow certain ground rules at home. And as you rightly said, certain things we may not be able to see right now, but they do help us in future, like I shared my example. So, talking about future, all the things that you mentioned as your interest areas, do you see yourself making a career or a profession out of this in future, or you have something else planned for it or thought about it? We don't know what's going to happen in future, but all of us have certain wishes and aspirations. So what is your wish? What would you like to focus on when you grow up?
One thing is I'm really interested in physics and writing. So reading is, yes, a very important aspect. Apart from that, apart from my parents, even my school English teachers encourage me to regularly write short stories so that I can enhance my writing ability. That's two things I want to become. I want to pursue anything in the field of physics and as much as possible become an author. Also, in my own interest, I would like to do something for Mother Nature. Say, if it's doing any voluntary donation or a cleanup drive for just in the weekend, I would like to do something and keep it regular when I grow up, even if I'm not going to say take up a job as a veterinary doctor. I would like to do something for the environment.
Hmm. So, Tisya, you did mention that you would like to become an author and explore writing as you grow up, and you have been writing now also. Would you like to recite something that you have written? We would love to hear.
Sure. So this is a descriptive story I wrote for Kushala, which featured on the main page. It's called The Land of the Thunderbolt. So here goes. Darjeeling, a word many associate with tea, but don't bother to see the bigger picture. Come, let's sweep aside the veil of ignorance and open our minds to this mystic, enthralling hill station tucked in the far corners of West Bengal. Darjeeling is derived from the Tibetan word dorje, meaning thunderbolt, and ling, meaning place. White mist rolling over the mountain hide the breathtaking view of the tea estates and rivers, occasionally letting our eyes feast on the great plateau of Mother Nature. Winding roads cutting through the hills are the only way to your destination. But don't worry, they drive us an infinite skill and will make sure you reach your destination safely no matter what the situation may be. Ranging in variety, you can pick hundreds of teas, cups, strainers, pots, and other tea time crockery at the famed Golden Tips shops. Tea varies in hush, color, flavor, and price. So, that was a small extract from what I wrote on Darjeeling.
That's fabulous and fantastic. And I felt like I was transported to Darjeeling as you were reading it. And I'm even more curious to travel there. My best wishes and our love to you to continue on your path of writing and make your dreams come true of becoming an author. Well done on that.
You.
So those are amazingly thought through ideas you're already being encouraged, and you're listening to the idea of somewhere focusing on your strengths. Like writing is something that you enjoy doing right now also, and you have an aspiration that you would like to become an author. You've also identified an area of education, which is physics, and you would like to do something about that. And rest of the things that you're doing, you do see that they are helping you in enhancing your creativity, making you physically fit, connecting you to environment, wanting to do something about it as you grow up in your own capacity. Those are fabulous things that you have brought out, Tisya. But a lot of us may not have those opportunities, and a lot of us may not have the right way to seek the support that we need to ensure that we are being able to do what we want, and also win the trust of our parents, so that they allow us and we also continue to study. So if you had to give a message to all the younger ones who are listening to your interview right now, this interaction right now, what are some of the messages that you would like to give them so they can also create some things for themselves?
So my first message would be, don't be afraid to explore, because only when you explore will you know your strengths. Don't be afraid to be yourself. That's one of the two very important messages I noticed, because these days everyone is pretending to be someone else. Also, social media is influencing them not to be yourself. So don't be scared of what others will say. If you have confidence in yourself, just go for it. Another message is an important message is, listen to your parents, even if it's a little boring and you don't want it, because they are the ones who know you the most and who actually care for you no matter what happens, and they will be there for you all the time. Also, they know what's going to happen, they know you, so they do everything for the best.
Those are wonderful messages. So, if I was to just summarize them, one message you are giving is allow yourself, don't be afraid, and don't try to be like someone else. Be someone that you want to be, and don't bother what others will think about you, because fear can stop a lot of us. And you're absolutely right with the amount of social media that we experience on an ongoing basis. That somewhere has been creating lack of confidence in some of us, whether we are young or old, and we find ourselves stopping. Another important message that you're giving is trust your parents and trust them, their guidance, because they have seen more world and they may actually give some messages which will be for our good too. Since we're talking about parents, sometimes parents can feel scared that if our children are doing so many extracurricular activities, they may not be able to study, they may not be able to focus on education, they may not get good grades. What is the message that you can give to the parents?
I would say, parents, please chillax out there. It's still, you still have a lot of way for your children to grow, and yes, but you see, when they explore what they like, they'll also start liking you more, and that may help in listening. But if you restrict them, they'll always remember you for not help, encouraging them to do what they like. So yes, you need to have a few ground rules and show them that uh, you're not going to be allowed to be completely aloof, but also don't feel scared. It's all right, and you still have a long way to go for your children. So let them do what they want to have a lot of fun.
Very, very valuable messages. So, the common theme that I see and hear in you sharing is allow yourself. Don't be scared. Something good will come out of the things that you will allow your children as parents. And you're encouraging children also to be bold, and you're also encouraging parents to be supportive. I did hear you share about a fun rule or a funny ground rule, that you're encouraged to go outside and play every day, which a lot of times can be missed out by some of us. So I think that's a fantastic rule as well. and also the time that your parents are spending with you, which helps you to explore yourself and which helps you to ask for the support that you need from them. So I will take those also as messages, that spending time with the children will help parents get to know them a little bit more, a little bit better, and provide that encouraging space too. Thank you for sharing all those amazing things that you just did. I also would like to highlight that because you're doing so many things and you're trying to balance with your studies and you are wanting to compete in, events as well, I'm sure it would not be easy for you. You've made it sound so easy for us. But what are some of the challenges and what are the tips that you would like to share to that how you overcome those challenges on an ongoing basis?
So yes, I do have a bit of a tight schedule. So my way of doing it is planning everything on a weekly basis, and I'll try to solve the problems as much as possible on my own. But if I'm not able to, I seek the help of my parents. So yes, challenges will come your way, but the way to face them is with determination and courage, and also support, so that and definitely not fear, because fear will muddle up your mind. And so basically all I'm saying is that take it easy and you can do it. It's not like I'm an extraordinary person. I think I'm a normal child just like all of you, and if you think that you can do it, yes, you can do it.
That's so humble of you to say I'm not an extraordinary child. I'm sure you are, with so many wonders that you're doing on an ongoing basis, and the wonderful messages sitting out there in the things that you're sharing. And one of the areas that I see that you stress upon is planning. It's important to plan if you want to achieve so much, and if you want to, focus on so many things that you're trying to do. Planning really helps. Thank you for sharing those fantastic ideas. Is there anything else that you would like to share, tell us, or share with everybody before we let you go today?
Firstly, I would like to thank you for giving me this opportunity as a child. Not many people would do so, so thank you very much for that. It's been wonderful sharing with you. And also to everyone out there, my messages is you can do it. If you believe that in your deepest of hearts that you can, don't bother what anyone else says if that you can't, or you have obstacles. It'll take you time, yes, to achieve your goal, but ultimately if you persevere, you'll get there.
So with You Can Do It message and fantastic things shared by Tisya of her journey that started early on to explore her potentials, we would like to share that the conducive environment and the encouragement to explore our potential starts early on. It's just helping ourselves and helping our children tune into those potentials, because that's when they start to nurture various talents in themselves. Whether they monetize them in future or not is something that time will only tell. But when we allow them, like Tisya said, to be bold, to not fear what others are going to think and what others are going to say, we can create newer options for them, multiple options for them. So with these messages, we will bring today's episode at the end of this interview. And till the time we come back with another fascinating person like Tisya, don't forget to
Thank
tap your
you.
avatar and continue to subscribe to us. Have a great day and see you very soon. Bye bye for now.
Bye bye.